Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Hello, good evening, everybody. This is your host, Natalia. Welcome to Open Bar Discussions. All right, right now we have me, and we have, of course, my favorite engineer in the world.
How you doing, lady? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm good. Just enjoying the weather. You know what I mean? It seems like spring is attempting to sprung. Finally, in Michigan, we've been going back and forth between this battle with mother or father, old man winter.
Hot girl, that.
Old man winter and the springtime. So, like, we finally here, I think.
Yeah, we made it a hot girl summer and hot boy summer. But I think that trend needs to go down.
I think that hot girl, hot boy summer, like that's something I guess that's always been, it's just new terms, right? It's new slang for what we've always been doing, you know, during whatever, you know what I mean? It's just everything that's going on right now existed forever. It's just new slang and new ways to define it.
Right. And you're right about new trend, new slang, but you got to understand sometimes people take the trends too far.
Most definitely.
Too far and they get worn out, dry, and it's overdone. So today we also have another guest that will be coming in shortly, Miss Mova Matt. All right. And you guys probably know her from the previous talk host show, Love Language. And I was I premiered on her show about a week ago.
A week ago, yeah.
Yeah, about a week ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Was it two? No, you missed last week. So
yeah, I missed.
So yeah, it was last week that you was on her show. Yeah, it was. You're right.
So a week ago, definitely. And it was good. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. So she will be here shortly with us. And right now, so...
What's going on, T-Bars and everybody else tuned in? What's going on?
Oh, you looking at the chat. I didn't even see the chat.
Yeah, you got to look at the chat.
Look, I told y'all how my show is. Those who already know how my show is, way off the dome. There is nothing written. So, hey, this is where you lay your hair down and just be you. Hello, hi, how are you? So I want to get into first. We got a couple shout outs. First, okay. I want to shout out to my homeboy Aqua. He made this hoodie called Zodiac Brave that I'm wearing today. And it's really nice Zodiac and it's comfortable too. And it got like the...
So it's like a crop top hoodie with the net at the top and the
whole feet.
Dig it. A sweater. Is it a hood on the back of it? Or is it
it's a hood.
Oh, yeah, it is a hood. Yeah, so it's like a crop top hoodie type of a situation.
That's what I mean. Like
that's what's up. Look at you about to
knock
your head off, right?
Head off with the dang old hoodie. But yeah, so it's cool. It's really comfortable too, and it's ventilated. It's perfect for this type of weather, spring weather too. I like it. Okay, so shout out to Aqua for that. I want to do another shout out. We're gonna do a shout out to Hookah World. Shout out to Hookah World for giving 7 Mile Radio some
Hookah World.
Edibles.
Where is Hookah World located? Where's it located?
Hookah World's located on the west side.
On the west side.
Off Puritan and Schaefer.
All right.
Puritan and Schaefer and Hartwell. On the street on Hartwell.
Hookah World.
Yeah.
So what's it got? Like edibles? They got actual hookahs, I would imagine.
It's a whole smoke shop. So they have like
shop.
all the things you need, like the mask, the marijuana, like all of that. You smoke trays,
you got the flowers,
the trays, the edibles, and weed. All types. So Hookah World. So shout out to them.
Shout out to Hookah World. Give me some of those edibles. Hookah World. Let's see what Hookah World talking about. I do, so hand them here.
The last time I did an edible, y'all, I cried.
Oh my God! So did you cry? Did you take an edible today?
No, see, it was actually the sour worm versions of these, and it was in a small pack, and it wasn't from this company. It was my cousin's birthday. So you have to open these.
All right.
It was my cousin's birthday. It was at her house, and we was all chill, having a good time. And I don't do edibles, but I have, I smoke marijuana every now and then. So the thing was, when I got into the edible, I was just throwing it back. Because they were like, Kenny, they wasn't hitting.
Oh, you ain't
I was
know.
already previous high. So, off a blunt. So I'm just like, whatever. I'm laughing, chilling. We all cracking up next, I'm laughing.
Now you crying.
Couldn't, man, I was high for 3 days straight. I was like, nope.
All right, so I just down 2 of these boys. I don't know what's going to happen to me, but we'll see in a minute.
Hopefully. I'm going to try one. Just like fake. Y'all wish me well. I'm gonna do green because green means look.
I mean, I partake in the trees, you know, on a regular basis. You know, the flowers. So I'm not really too sure how harshly these edibles
But I don't
will
really
affect
like
me.
candy like that.
See?
I'm not a sweet person.
Me neither. I'm not really a sweet person. I prefer more so the brownie edibles and the cereals and stuff, not more so the candies. I'm not really too big on the candies. So,
I know. Well, we got some, so there'll be more coming to the station. So anybody will have some.
well, yeah, we can keep different types of, you know, because we got you know, different people to do or different types of edibles like the Cheetos and the chips and all of that types of. Yeah, I've had Weedos before. Yeah,
We don't. That's called.
Weedos. Yeah, so
That's dope.
we got a lot of different different products that people infuse with the THC nowadays with the oils.
I've never had weed infested in Cheetos. Now there
She
are.
said infested,
I mean, well,
infused.
infused. But I've had heard of like they're putting cannabis in like dishes, like food, all of that.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean
wanna
they got
try
a
it.
lot of. I mean, I know a couple of chefs that.
I done did the whole shake and smoothie and
Yeah.
the brownie, but I want to talk about like dinner.
Yeah,
Like
I know. I
full
was about to say I know
course
chefs
salad.
that specifically have menus with all infused meats. Like I have a partner of mine, Pink Panties Pizza. Shout out Pink Panties Pizza is an all weed pizza company. He has a weed
Okay.
infused pizza.
Where is this at?
He's in the city. Yeah.
Located where?
I'll have him. He doesn't have a brick and mortar. He delivers. I mean,
Okay.
he makes it to order and he
That's
delivers
a
it to you.
start.
Yeah, most
Because his
definitely.
house is
Most
technically
definitely.
the brick and mortar.
It is, right? That's
It's
right.
the start,
It is. It is.
business,
Yep.
the
So
foundation.
I'll have him. Actually, maybe I'll have him come to the traffic jam. Number one, I'll have him come to the traffic jam, and then I'll have him bring pizza to either your show or Lex's show, whichever one, because y'all will both be. So
That's
have y'all
fine.
try a Pink Panties pizza.
Pink Panties Pizza.
Because you eat pizza, right? You eat
I
pizza.
like pizza.
Just don't eat pork.
I don't eat pork.
products.
No
Okay.
pork products. None
So,
of that.
yeah.
Derivatives, anything with pork in it. Nope.
Dig it. All
Not
right.
it. So just make sure it's not that. The Pink Panty Pizza.
Yeah, that's the strain
So
of the.
it's I want to know how he get the
Well,
concept of pink panty.
he act because the pink panties is the strain of the flour that he extracts the oil from.
Got it.
So that's why it's Pink Panties Pizza. So
now I'm
yeah.
getting hungry. I'm pizza.
So yeah, what's going on? Your topic today? Well, actually, before your topic, you had an interesting situation come by via mail. I guess.
See, Mark tried to get me sensitive on this show, y'all. So okay, I ain't gonna lie, I did cry some tears. So today, my dad called me when I was getting ready to come to the show, whatever. I had mail because I forgot to check the mail. And so when I dropped my daughter and the rest of my nieces and them off for schools, back to the house or whatever, I grabbed the mail and just came here. So I said, Mark, my brother, he wrote me. He normally writes through JPay, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really that consistent in JPay. So I was really concerned, like, what's this for? Y'all, I cried. This is what he gave me. It says Happy Mother's Day, and he handmade this, and he's in prison. This is handmade. And he wrote a letter as well. I did not read the letter because I did not want to continue to cry and mess up my face for the show and all of that stuff. Oh, let me show you front. He's an artist. He's an artist. Okay. The last time he sent me something was similar to the same way, but he did it for my daughter, and he made her a handmade plush pillow, the heart version. And I told him make me one because I want one. I want a lot of them. They like throw pillows for your bed and couch. It's nice. So yeah, I was crying. I'm about to try not to cry. So don't nobody say nothing so me cry. So yeah.
I thought you was gonna read the letter. That's what
I
I thought you
can.
was gonna do.
I
thought you was gonna
didn't.
read the letter.
You know what? I could read.
Well, you know, I mean, that may be personal. We don't want to. I mean, it may be, you know.
You know what? I can read this. So it says to Natalia, Happy Mother's Day. Hopefully everything is good with you. I miss you, and I hope to hear from you in the future. As I say, I really, it's probably like twice every blue moon, every other month. So I gotta be more better than that. I try walking from time to time, but you never. No, I try calling from time to time, but you never answer because I didn't answer his phone. I have a Miami area code, and I told him he be calling from different. I guess it's like a Texas, but he in Jacksonville, and it threw me off. And my sister told me like, no, that's him. And I'm like, well, bill collectors, whatever. I'm not gonna answer. So last time I did answer, and it was him. But the other time it was a Texas call, and it was not him. So I, yeah. So I'd rather just write him through JPay to be safe. So you never answer. Still, I try every so often. I hope you and the little one is doing good, and you treat yourself for Mother's Day. Surely you deserve it. I don't have much to say other than I miss you, I love you, and I'm always here. Love, JR. I miss him. That was so... Listen, I know this is off topic, but let's just say, when you have somebody that's away from you from a distance, and they're alone, like, that's my baby brother. We lost our mom. It's a lot of us and everything. He wasn't there and everything. I lived 8 years in Miami and then moved back here to Miami. We just gonna touch quickly, brief. And then, long story short, I didn't keep as contact with him because the situation, how he got locked up, was so bold and messed up. He was not a fair trial, and he is innocent, honestly, innocent to a T. So we're still fighting, and we're still trying to write to the court and get him free. It's just hurting, and my daughter never met him. And with the COVID, it was hard for me to come. When I came back, I wanted to see him. I was setting appointments. They was canceled. Couldn't. So the communication part, I can do better. I honestly can. I really will do better. But seeing this, and I didn't expect this. But yeah, so Mother Matt will be here shortly, and we're going to continue to keep going. So let's get to the topic of the day. So the topic of the day, relationships versus situationships. And I'm going to need y'all help on this. Because I'm going to need y'all to tune in the chat and tell me how y'all feel and what y'all thoughts about situationships versus relationships. What is the difference? And what I mean by the difference is like the expectations you place on someone within that title and within that whatever y'all got going on. Like what expectation? Let's start with situationships. What expectations you guys expect from your person out of that? Let's just find out what is your meaning of it first. That's what I would like to know.
Well, what is your meaning of it? What would be the difference of a situationship and a relationship in your definition?
Okay, so for me, a situationship is kind of similar to friends with benefits.
Basically,
it's just plain simple. It's just that simple. That's what it is. Now, what it comes to, because back in the day is let's be friends with benefits. This is what it is. That's what we know. Now we ain't gonna say nothing. We just gonna act like we in a relationship. With no title.
With there being no real boundaries.
No real boundaries. Yeah. We got loyalty, but there's no commitment. Like I could talk to who I want to talk to, you could talk to who you want to talk to, but as long as we communicate and we know. That's the situationship. Like or sometimes
or an open relationship.
Open relationship. Like that's the person you want to be with. But right now, I want to go ahead and experience and maneuver outside of this and see what else is out there. But the thing is, what trigger with that is that when people do that, 9 out of 10, it don't go well. It don't. Sometimes you may find your person, and that's a good thing. But the bad part is you may dib it down with other people, and you got this extra drama and all of this going on, and the person that you really love and care, now you sidetrack because you neglected her or him in a situation y'all agreed upon is downfall. So now that situationship goes to what? Nothing.
Yeah,
now
it's all about the
understanding the balance.
Yeah, between the two people, and being honest with yourself and one another when it comes to situation. Yeah, it's a slippery slope. I mean, being in a relationship or a situationship for that matter is already a slippery slope to begin with. I mean, it's already a narrow margin of error or things that you can do to damage the situation. So now when you add another person into there, it even makes it even more slimmer of an area. I mean, it's even easier to mess it up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, it just depends on the people and the understanding that y'all have and the mindset that everybody has to where, whether it stays together, whether it falls apart, or whether it goes to shit after it falls apart. You know what I mean? Because I mean, things can go well, things can not go well, but then things can break up, not go well, and then everybody ends up enemies. Like, so all of that just determine. All of that depends on the mindset, the understanding, and the maturity of the people involved. You know what I mean? From my perspective. So.
And that's how I feel too with that. So let me ask you this: can you? And I'm gonna ask y'all too. How can you love someone under those conditions within? I know a relationship. Let's start with the relationship part, with the conditionally and unconditioned. Have you ever been in a situation where you had to love someone under the conditions?
Under the conditions of
As
what,
to under the conditions, like let's say you in this relationship, you like this person, but you know that person is not your forever. But you're with this person because what do you got? You may have some in common, like a twin flame. You may have things in common and everything like that, but you just know like there's someone else out of there. But this person brings something to the table because that's what under the conditions fall. Whatever it is they bring to the table that keeps you holding on to make you be there, and it's going to strongly bring that connection or make you love them for that condition. Like it could be money, it could be stability, help, or loving and affections, because sometimes people stay in a relationship because this person could love me through all my bullshit and take me for who I am, or vice versa. So conditionally or unconditionally, when I say conditionally, is pretty much like if I'm in a relationship, conditionally love, loyalty is already should be there. I love you because you are my partner. I love you because you love me for who I am and everything and basic blah blah blah. There is really nothing to keep me there but
See,
love.
now, I think unconditional. You speak about unconditional love is really speaking. It's not really speaking on the reasons why you love a person, but the reasons on why you would stop loving a person. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Because when you're talking about conditional, if when you're with somebody in the beginning, you're not thinking about the conditions. You're just thinking about what you like about them. You're not thinking about the cons, right?
You're not thinking about the long term.
But when you're with them, you know what I mean, now you have the conditions that could ruin that. You know what I mean? Because, I mean, a lot of times people will look over the conditions or the red flags, right? Because they're so attached to what you like about a person. So those conditions don't matter until you're with the person. It's like, okay, now I got the person. Now let's see what I got. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, how long can I deal with these things that I don't like?
And the bare minimum.
Or how much am I really getting out of it? And how long can I deal with the things that I don't like? So those conditions start to develop, I think, afterwards. You know what I mean? The conditions is what determine how long it lasts or if it ends. The conditions ain't what determines it happening or not. That's just, you like what you like. You're not worried about the conditions at that point. So, but what's the initial question that you was asking though? Because I feel like I kind of went off.
You did, and you kind of almost lost me on my question. Look at these. Now, this is why, you did lost me on that question. So, you just answered my unconditioned question, right? Mm-hmm. So what about conditionally?
What are you asking me about conditionally?
So when you were in a relationship, you just pretty much answered the conditional question. Honestly, it been both. That's why you did the whole rant. So let's do it. Now we did the relationship. Let's do it. Situationships.
I mean, the terms and conditions of that would be even less. It's less of a bind there. You know what I mean? Because you don't have any responsibility. You're not obligated. You don't have
There's no platform.
Connection.
There's nothing to build upon.
Yeah. So, I mean.
But I say this to go. Reason why I say that because I've ran into people who are in situationships, and it's funny that they started off with nothing to build on, and then it grows into a relationship. So when you're in a situationship, 9 out of 10, sometimes you can be lucky enough to go
a lot of relationships started as situationships.
Yeah, because when you're dating, you're dating.
Those are all
and then,
situationships.
Those are situationships. You're dating, that's a situationship, and then you go to courting to build that relationship. So yeah, you're right. That does fall into place. It's just that some people nowadays they don't look at it like this. Like I have gotten myself in a situationship unexpectedly. Now because guys would do things like this. They like you. They want to talk to you. They try to show like they're interested in everything. Everything goes so smoothly. Everything is very smoothly. And I'm into, I'm open to date and everything. So we're dating, everything good and all this and that. Now, I'm very honest and open. And I would like to know, is there someone else that you're dating? I'm single. Be honest. If you could tell me, yeah, I'm dating other people, I'm seeing other people. You don't get that no more. You know what you get now? You know what you get? Oh, I got friends. I got homeboys. I got homegirls. No, let's just put it straight to the point. Because if I was to say, yeah, me too, which is I do, but I'm not gonna say. But I'm gonna tell you, yes, I'm dating other people.
Why wouldn't you say that though?
Why would I say that?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I say what?
Why wouldn't you say, yeah, I am? I thought you said that you wouldn't.
No, I would say, yeah, I'm dating, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it as homegirl. That's my friend.
Oh, okay, that's what you.
Or
saying.
my homeboy. That's my homeboy.
Well, see, again, I was about to explain that sometimes people will do that because they will feel like they are incriminating themselves out of a possible situation that they could be in. You know what I mean?
But you never know. Yeah, honesty take you a long fucking way. It's the secret. It's the whole secret.
So in the event that, just say that me and you was kicking it, right? And you ask me, am I talking to somebody else? And I tell you, yeah, what would that benefit me in the situation where I may say, I may feel you and I may want something with you and I don't want to give you the impression that it's somebody else that you have competition with per se. Mm-hmm. So I don't want you to feel like you got somebody to, because not only do the competition part, right? I don't want you to feel like, okay, well I might as well fall back because it's somebody else. You know what I mean? So I don't want to create that narrative in your mind. So I'm gonna not tell you that it's nobody, just so you can stay where you are and not stay where you are as far as keeping you where I want you, but be who you are naturally, and let's see where it goes, as opposed to giving you a reason to be a certain way.
I can understand that logic, but also I look at it as I'd rather you to be honest. It's not.
Right.
It
So
depends on. First of all, it depends on the person.
What
right.
would be the benefit in me saying, yeah, well, I do got somebody?
Okay, listen. It depends on the person. First of all, it definitely does depends on the person. It depends how strong-minded they are within themselves. Because for me, if you would have told me you were dating someone else, I'd be like, okay, cool. No problem. Now, if I am dating someone, I will let you know too. Because right now, this is a situation we're dating.
Right.
If I'm not sexually, we're not sexually intimate, we have not gone on a date. We just know we like each other and we just kicking and we chilling. That's just the beginning. That's just honesty. Now, when it moves to me opening my legs to that person, and I know I am, but you don't know, okay, I can understand. You don't want to open your mouth up and tell that person. But you don't also want to lead that person on to know, like, I want to move further with you, like in a bedroom.
You don't want to lead that person on.
You don't want to lead that person on. Because now you done moved stepped and now you done open legs, but men different. Y'all don't, some women do, but most men don't think like women. Y'all be ready, like, she prop that nigga up and let's get in there. Women, we're different. Like, if I'm into you and we're dating and we getting something going and we get intimate, okay, boom, that's my person. Right. This other guy, even though we talk as my friend, I'm going to let you know. Because I already let you know I was dating other people. So I'm going to let you know now, hey, I understand me and you got this going on, but this is how I feel. I already told you how I felt, and this is where it's at. Now you have the opportunity to say, okay, this chapter is done. We still friends. Let me move on to who I may think me be the perfect person for me or the idea. That's where I'm saying. Like, it could be just, it goes so simple and just be.
I mean, and that's the reason.
But people don't.
The answer that I thought you, I mean, not to say that you answered it wrong or nothing, but like when I asked you what would be the benefit of somebody being that honest, it's just, I will feel just simply that, just knowing that this person is honest.
Just be honest so I can move the fuck on. And I'm not, and you're not wasting my time and I'm not wasting, and I'm not here dangling.
Okay, so in that light, right, if you like the guy that you were dating and you had somebody else that you were dating, would you tell the guy that you liked, that you felt like was the better one, that you had somebody else in the corner pocket?
Yes.
Okay, so do you feel like, so how would you feel if he said, okay, well, if you got somebody else, then I'm going to segue.
I expect that because it's dating. We're not going outside of it.
Okay, so my thing is this, though. Like, why, if you want that person, why would you give them a reason to not want you back?
First of all, I get what you're saying. Now you got me. So if this is the person I want and I told him about somebody else that I was dating, let's say if I was interested in that person as well, but this is the one I really, really want to be with, 9 out of 10, I would be honest. I would say you already know in the beginning I'm dating.
So
Boom,
you,
boom, boom. But
so,
if I caught feelings for you, I'm gonna let you know I caught feelings for me
Okay,
for you.
right,
Now
right.
your reaction could be, well, didn't you let me know? Okay, so what about your dating situation? Are you still seeing other people? Are you still entertaining other people? What is it that you're doing? If you would have came to me like that, I would directly tell you. Now there are sometimes people like, well, yeah, I done caught feelings for such and such such. Well, yeah, I done caught feelings for such and such such too, but it's not that deep. That's them. Me personally, if I would have if you would have asked me that question, I'd be like, that person don't matter because here I am
Right.
coming to you, telling you how I feel and what I want.
So how would you
That
feel?
person wouldn't matter, and because before I do that, that person would have been out the door. I would have closed that chapter before I even stepped to you.
Oh, okay. So that's the thing. So that's what I was about to say. So how would you feel? How would you react on the other side of the coin if a dude said that to you? Like, I like you
It
more.
has happened.
I like you more, and I got something over here, but I'm kind of digging you more. Like, how would you respond? Would you stay available to that dude? Right, knowing that he liked you more, considering that he got like he hadn't cut
It
it
has
off
happened.
yet.
It has
He hadn't
happened.
cut it off yet. So, like, would you say, okay, I'm gonna stay here, or would you say, you said the guy should do and say, okay, well, I'm gonna go and, you know, bust a U and go find somebody for me since you got yours already.
Okay, so basically,
If you like the guy, you know what I mean, like,
yeah. If so, you saying if I like the guy, he was like, okay, since
you got somebody, you know what I mean, like,
right.
I'm gonna go. You occupied already. I'm not. You say you like me, but I'm not the main focus of your attention because you got somebody else already. Because you said the question, you stated it earlier, like, okay, I would have broke it off before I even. But what if that's not the case?
What if that's not the case? Sometimes people
Sometimes
do. I'm not
be
them.
you might be dating.
I'm me. So
you might be dating somebody and then you meet somebody else new because that's not official.
That's
and
exactly.
And then you like them more. And then how do you react to that person that you like more, knowing that you got somebody this already quote established?
It's called open communication. That's just simple. Open communication. Sometimes it is best to not say anything and shut up and walk away and go ghost, because especially if it ain't really nothing strong
Right,
there,
if ain't nothing.
it's no reason for me to open my mouth to you.
Why am I explaining some
Why
shit?
exactly? Why am I explaining anything to you? Now, if there is something that's there for me to explain, and I feel like, and I feel like I owe you an explanation, then I'll give you an explanation. Other than that, I'm not. But you have people that will make it seem like it's more than what it is, and then don't give you an explanation. And that's when shit goes sour and go bad. You don't do that. And that's why I say people fall and get caught up in situationships and never agreed to a situationship and wasn't looking for it. And now you stuck because now you got feelings for this person and they ain't going nowhere because this person still want to do what they want to do. And you know you want to be with that person and you understand how they feel. So now we in a situationship. So I'm going to do an open relationship. I'm going to do what I got to do.
Right.
And then we'll wait if it falls. If not, it don't or do.
And then somebody feel cheated on when the shit hit
because
the fan.
now that person fell for this other person and now they in the spotlight and they like, oh, I like this person. But you don't want to hurt your other person's feelings. So you being sneaky and being nasty behind closed doors. Nah, just say what you got to say because it's a waste of time. Time.
I got
My
too
thing
much
is
of
just
shit
time.
going on in
It's
my
just
life.
time.
That's what I say. That's what I was
Yeah.
getting to the core of. Like, I got too many other things going on in my life that I need to tend to. That I need to invest my time and my focus on to be trying to navigate through all of that type of bullshit that's not productive in any kind of lucrative way. I don't mean to say it like that, but like it's not bringing me anything but a companion. I mean, I don't need that. I don't need all of that extra drama. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest about the shit.
Yeah,
And
just be honest.
Ain't no reason to be, especially when you get to
A
certain age. And that's not to say that when you're younger, it's an excuse to play games and lie and whatnot. But after you get to a certain point in life, everything that you do should be with a purpose. You know what I mean?
part.
Whether it be your career, your relationships, your everything, even your recreation, your fun. You know what I mean? You should play. That's why I get the work hard, play harder. Like even when you're playing, there should be a purpose. There should be what you have a reason, that you're doing what you're doing, as opposed to just aimlessly out here just, doing
Dangling, doing
with
whatever,
nothing, yeah.
without a conscience and whatsoever.
Without a purpose.
Without a purpose. And that's true. Definitely true. So that's where I was coming with, because, like I was trying to tell you, like I had some issues. this past week, man. And then, people talking about, oh, we in the retrograde. I don't pay attention to that. It is so crazy because whenever people hit the retrograde, I guess I don't pay attention because I'm more instilled within myself, and I'm more focused or whatever it is I got going on, what it is I want to do, and all that other extra stuff, drama. If it ain't by the bag, don't speak to me.
Yeah, it is.
Don't come my way. So that's how I am.
And then when you don't involve
And
yourself in other people's energies,
And business.
bad energies too, exactly. You involve yourself in other people's energies and business and shit. You have no avenue for that bad energy from the retrograde or whatever to insert itself into your life. So
right. But what I was coming from with the retrograde, so I was on social media, and I've been taking a break from social media lately. So I logged on. Someone told me logged on last night, yesterday. And from, I want to say, this past weekend up to now, everybody's going through relationship problems. Cheating on, but what I see is you got women coming to each other as woman to woman. But they're not coming towards one another as woman to woman respectfully. It's so negative. It's disrespectful. I had someone come to me as woman to woman, disrespectful. And I was so blindsided because I'm trying to figure out why you coming to me one-on-one about this man, and I have nothing to do with this man. I thought she had the wrong fucking number. So I'm like, what's going on? I'm chilling with my sisters, all of them, blah, blah, blah. Get the phone call from his phone. I'm like, she sounded drunk.
But this is a new kind of coming to somebody woman to woman, because normally, okay, it's the...
You calling me off his phone, so you checking. This is like...
But see, here's the thing, like, when someone says, when the whole term about coming to somebody woman to woman or man to man, right?
It's supposed to respect, sit down.
No, what I'm saying is it's like you are the person in the relationship. And somebody from the outside is coming to you, woman to woman, to tell you about your mate.
No.
But this is the reverse of that.
Yes.
This is somebody that's in the relationship
Yes.
coming to you, woman to woman, checking you personally
Yes.
about the possibility of
their mate.
liking you.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, and I'm like, okay, since you got this man, so I'm out with my siblings, whatever, we all party. I'm at my cousin's party, blah, blah, blah. I get this phone. Sound like she was drunk, whatever. Or sad, crying, whatever. I don't hold no judgment to no woman because I've been the stupid woman. I've been the dumb woman. I've been, the crazy, the antics, all of that. We've all been through it. So I don't pass judgment on women. So if I'm out partying and I'm drinking and you already sound messed up and you calling my phone off of his phone, and I'm like, who is this? Oh, you messing with my man? Click. Because that conversation could have went different ways. It could have went way two different ways.
If you were just as disrespectful and belligerent of a person as she was, calling your phone, that kind of antics, it could have been a whole different type of situation.
It could have been a whole different type of situation. So we're gonna fast forward later on, a couple of days later. It just so happened to be somebody that I know that was a neighbor to me. And this neighbor, like, he look out for everybody. We all look out. We have a village on this block. I'm not interested in my neighbor. That's like my brother or whatever. None of that. But it beholds to me that he does have a crush on me. I cannot help if somebody have a crush on me. I can tell you don't. I can tell you stop. But it's nothing I can do. But what I can do is stay to myself, mind my business, do what I got to do, and stay away from you. Hit you up whenever it's like dealing with my house. You check on my house. I check on your house. If something's going on, like he hit me up to say when it's appropriate. Because my door, my big door, it fly open if you shut it too hard. So I got to get it fixed. So the screen door is locked. I was getting my hair done, and this is how it started. He hit me up and told me that my big door was open. He knew I wasn't home. He knew nobody was home. Now, he's there. Now, I have my best friend mom and them live across the street. She called me previously before that to tell me that. I was pretty much saying, like, well, the screen door is locked. Can't nobody go in and close my door because I don't have an extra key. I do, but I don't have an extra key to give to her. If I did, I would have gave it to her, my best friend's mother. So with that being said, so I was like, whatever, I'm down the street on the same block, a couple of minutes away, getting hair done. I'll be there shortly. Then he calls. So he's like, I'm going to sit here in front of your house to let you know, because it's hot, people on the block, whatever, blah, 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 just to watch the house. I'm like, okay, hopefully she be done. As soon as I get home, the door is closed. Why? Because he know my dad, and he's been helping with the house or whatever, like around. So he know how to get in. So he closed the door. Boom. I said, thank you. That's how I get that conversation. Now, well, behold to me, fast forward. He apologized to me. I came home one night. I walked in my house. I ain't say nothing. He called. I ain't answered. I was getting my baby girl ready for school. He texted and said, call me. It's always, whenever you miss the call, ladies, whenever a man call you and you miss their phone call, they tell you call me, be careful.
Wait a minute, say that again.
Whenever a man call you and you miss their phone call and they text you, call me, be careful.
Why?
Because you never know. This is the part, especially if they're in a relationship, you never know. This is where it goes. So I'm like, okay, I called him back. What's up? Oh, I just want to apologize about what happened with my girl. She went through my phone and assumed because I called you about your door. I said, okay, well, you need to let her know. It ain't nothing going on. You the neighbor. I see her coming and go. Hello, goodbye, blah, blah, blah. I don't shit where I lay my head at. That's come to work and my home. That's safety. That's home. I got kids. So, no. So, that was done. So, I went to bed. I get a text from him, inappropriate text. But it wasn't even inappropriate. He wanted to know how I felt. Feelings. I don't have no feelings towards you, so I didn't respond. I didn't want to respond because I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to engage you or give you the attention that you're looking for to seek for something else to furthermore. I'm not doing that. So I ignored and went to bed. It's right now 11 o'clock, midnight. 1:30 in the fucking morning, my phone go off. I'm like, I sleep kind of like heavy and light, so I'm knocked out. Then I get this phone call. It's her calling from his phone. You want my man? You want my man? Girl, how old is you? Come outside. If I come outside, it's not going to be good. Yeah, I'm pretty. I know. I get it. I get it all the time, yeah. But I'm nice with these hands, too. Like I'm saying, don't threaten me in my hood. This is my hood to the next, like I told her. Long story short, come to find out, like I said, was right. She came to find out who I was and who I knew, and she, apologies. I told her, listen, there's nothing going on between me and him or whatever he making it seem, and she showed me the messages. This man was deleting messages. And that's why I say be careful, because it looked like I was calling him and, reaching out to him, but I wasn't.
So he's texting you and calling you and deleting
I
all of the
honestly
messages.
think what was going on between them, whatever they had going on, was to make her mad. But I told him, I'm the wrong person to use because I'm right next door, dumbass.
Right.
You should have used somebody on the block. And then, long story short, this is a small world. She grew up with my cousins. And she looked so familiar. And then when I asked them, they was like, yeah, we know her. And then when word got across, she apologized, everything. We apologized with that. I have not spoken to him. That's my neighbor. Like, he do work with my dad sometimes, like around the house or whatever. So I told my dad, whenever you speak to him, tell him that messy shit is out for the birds. Because if we're going to be neighbors, friends, family, whatever, we need to act upon it. Because, girl could have been right here sitting in my chair on my show.
Pretty much.
I told her, he not my tea. We could get a bag together. That's what you wanted to. And that's what I'm about at the end of the day. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be careful. And that, honestly, you got to be careful. It go both ways with men and women. So, that's what I had to say. And I don't know what's going on with them, but it looked like a situationship. Because you can't have her in my face neighbor and then you flirting with your neighbors, but you being friendly with it. Either be my friend or get ghost. And that's just that. Because I ain't finna have that drama. But, when he talked about it, that was it. She's a sweetheart, too. Sweet girl. Pretty.
Yeah, unfortunate people, go through situations like that when they are stuck with people who aren't their people. They feel forced to stay with them for whatever reason. Like, and they don't,
And when I said, whatever y'all got going on, that's between y'all. But I wish her well. So I'm the neighbor. I got a daughter, you got a son, whatever. We next door, barbecue, whatever. Girl, I don't want him. And then as black women, what pisses me off, as black women, it's so hard for us to stick together when it comes to men. And I'm not putting down our men. Because I'm always rooting for our black men. I'm always. My daddy raised me. So I'm not doing mixing and match. It's just like, let's have some fairness here. That's it. Let's not be messy.
Man.
That's not, especially if you have people on that block, a team that's looking out for you and vice versa. You don't want to be messy with the people in your block, your neighborhood. That's why I say I do not shit where I lay my head at. Work where I sleep.
It's not smart. It's just not smart. Some people, it goes back to what I said earlier about having the mindset and the maturity enough to be able to not cross the lines. And some people can't handle a situation like that where they, like you say, eat, sleep, and shit, and fucking the same. You know what I mean? They can't, control the element of the people. Some people don't know the people that they're dealing with well enough to get into a situation like that close to home, or that close of proximity to the house, or their business place of business or something like that. That's the reason why business and pleasure can't work with some people, because you haven't properly gauged the person that you're dealing with. You just attach this superficial reasoning that you want this person. You know what I mean? You just want the break, and then familiarity breeds attraction, right? Because when you're around a person a lot, sometimes you become attracted to the person just off of getting to know them and being familiar with them. You know what I mean? So that's how the whole work wife and work husband shit get bred. And then now you attach to this person sometimes for a superficial reason. You don't really know the person, and then now when shit hit the fan, it's like it blows up the other situation. It blows up the household, right? Because it's somebody on the block. Now you gotta watch your back on that, or you're doing something at the workplace, and now it jeopardizes your work situation. I mean, because you didn't get to know that person. Again, like I don't, it's always exceptions to the rule. I don't believe in the not mixing business with pleasure, because I know it can happen.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like it can't happen with anybody and everybody that you feel like that connection with. You know what I mean? You're gonna run across people that you're attracted to in the workplace all the time.
Exactly.
There's gonna be people that you find attractive that live close to you in the proximity, next door neighbors and stuff all the time. You know what I mean? But it's all about knowing that person and
boundaries,
having a clear understanding and boundaries before you can actually operate in that space. It ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for anybody, and it ain't for everybody. So
yeah, you're right about that, because everybody don't know how to cope with, how to handle those type of situations.
The being it the good or the bad in the situations. You know what I mean? They don't know how to navigate. Being in those situations. Depending on the weather.
You're right.
So
right. So what time we had?
Yeah, it's about that time. Actually, it's about that time. So what's your final thoughts? What you want to...
So first of all, I'm going to just close out here. I'm going to say rest in peace to the young lady who was found shot, 16. You know, the story about the lady who set that man up on social media?
That girl came up here from Ohio. She hasn't even been living up here for but a couple of months, from what I understand. And so she just ended up with around the wrong people. Wrong time, wrong people, wrong time.
And that just goes to show. And that's falling in a situationship too. People get in a situationship trying to, you never know, trying to scam you, trying to do something and be something that they ain't, and get your ass caught up, and boom. And I feel so bad when I read that story. It was just like, so young, naive, no family here. You from Ohio. So that made me further wonder the person that had this plan.
She got sent up here from Ohio.
It had to be from that person.
What I'm saying is she got sent up here from Ohio because she was already kind of in the too much down there in Ohio from what I seen, the observation I made. So and then to send her up here to get her away from that type of environment, only to send her apparently to a worse one. Where she had even at least amount of control.
And we used to be years ago the number one on the map, murder mitten. What we at, number 3, number 4 now?
I don't know, but we still up there.
That's crazy. Ohio, send her ass to Oklahoma.
You better send her to Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Somewhere. You don't send
her
from
Dakota,
Ohio to
North
Detroit.
Dakota. Out of all places.
That was
Detroit,
smart.
Chicago, Midwest is the number 2 places you do not want to send anybody to get a better. I mean, Detroit going up, but somebody that's going down, that have negative energy and hasn't prospered, you don't want to send them there for a new life. No. And not Miami either. She ended up selling her soul and been on the street.
Man.
Down there.
Man.
So no.
So until next week, like I said, you got any final thoughts you want to give to people or what?
Yeah, so I want to say thank you guys for tuning in and listening to me. Again, I did this by myself. Well, we had a guest. She's late.
Actually stuck in traffic. She just texted me. It's like,
yeah,
the traffic
I saw it too.
Hell.
It's hell. So I do apologize for Mother Matt, but we're going to do another one with her to tune into with that. Hopefully we get her started and get here early soon. Can we postpone it because she got that distance drive?
Postpone what?
Like push back. Can we push time? But you will have to check with everybody else.
Yeah, we can't do that.
So we can't do that. So hopefully we'll get it together. But thank you guys for tuning in. I'm glad I was able to do this But hey, it's me. I can hold it down. But I miss her and her energy. So it's been nice to have her here and have her input on the show. And further than that, we probably will do a part 2 next time for her to tune in for her idea.
Bring her back next week.
All right. So thank you for watching. You guys have a good day, a good evening. And it's what, 90 degrees outside?
It is. Let's go have some fun.
Yeah, we're about to have some fun.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.